Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Okami, your facilitator today here on Apochromatic Unlimited. It's wonderful to see you all today. Uh, Welcome to our second year of Pride fundraising here on Apochromatic Unlimited. For those who have not heard of Apochromatic Unlimited, it is a community of BIPOC creators within the tabletop space with the goal of uplifting marginalized voices within the space. Be sure to follow on socials for updates on podcast episodes, future APs, and our zine. This year, we are supporting Elevated Access. They're an amazing organization that helps pair individuals in need of medical care in states that do not provide it, such as gender-affirming care, to private planes and pilots who will fly them to get the medical treatments they need. Every donation will go directly to the organization, and you can find the link to donate popping up in the chat. So, today we are going to be playing Glitter Hearts by Greg Leatherman, an amazing TTRPG that captures the spirit of the magical girl genre, but 100% inclusive of all marginalized genders, identities, ethnicities, and cultures. Everyone's invited to be a Sailor Senshi in the game of Glitter Hearts. And that is why I have chosen this today to celebrate Pride. I am Okami Hector, your facilitator. My pronouns are he, they. I will going to be guiding these group of amazing performers on a journey into a world called Love and Justice, a world inspired by Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon, but not exactly the same. There are many fragments and reflections in the multiverse. There are many tellings of the stories of cosmic, blessed people traveling across the cosmos, embracing magic, embracing their difference to protect and hold out hope against the force of chaos. And while Usagi and her friends, in the Tales of Sailor Moon, tells one version of the struggle against chaos, today we are going to tell the story of a different team of Senshi, from a different time, in a different place. Long ago, there was a war. Every single moon in our solar system, in the ancient time of the Silver Millennium, possessed a guardian, a monarch, a princess. One of the most powerful, Theta, took up, and under mysterious circumstances, her mother, Queen of the Moon, mysteriously died. This triggered a series of events that led to all-out war amongst all of the different moon kingdoms, who were supposed to be united in protecting our solar system from outside threats, such as the Emprex Galaxia. The Moon Princess rallied all of the other moon monarchs and performed a powerful ritual, channeling her soul star crystal and banishing away her sister, Theta, to forever be sealed. And she sacrificed herself, as did all of the other moon princesses, to slumber into eternity. But chaos has been unleashed. And as a result, all of the moon princesses, with the exception of the one that they lost, the one whose name was erased from existence, that they cannot recall, just on the edge of their voice, they awaken in the present day, in 2024. And it is a struggle to try and piece together all of this heartache and a new mission by two talking cats, one black-furred, one white-furred, named Hecate and Celine. And over the course of the first opening freshman semester at UCSD San Diego, the youngest members of the LGBT student union, it has been a mess and a journey transferring from high school to college while weighing the responsibility of protecting their new friend, Naru, who's secretly Demetria. Senshi Demetria, guardian of the earth. After many trials and tribulations, battling Theta's minions who have possessed professors and students, love interests, the person at the bookstore, librarians in downtown San Diego, and all a manner of just innocent, everyday people who just felt insecure about their place in the world, felt prey to Theta's dark magics. But for the entire semester, this group of 4 people, along with a very brave Demetria, have stood up against all odds and healed these people, thwarting Theta's plans again and again. Now, it's actually Pride. This film jumps ahead an entire semester, as is the case with a lot of films like this and these sorts of magical people series. And this is who you all are after you have rested and reflected and had a chance to actually go back to class. Now, finals are over. You haven't heard anything from many of Theta's generals or haven't battled any Yoma for the entirety of spring semester. It's not as awful as fall was. And now you're at a pool party being hosted by the UCSD LGBT Center. All of the different clubs are coming out in support. A bunch of people from the San Diego LGBT Center have come out and put up booths. The Family Planning Clinic also has a booth doing outreach. And it is all kind of centered. They've rented out like an outdoor, like recreational area that has like a pool and then like a pool house and then like a large hall with a kitchen. And there's a dance floor and a DJ, and it's not like a family event. It's like an 18 and up event, essentially. There's some people that have like X's like on the back of their hands. You have people that have like wristbands that are like drinking beer for like the older people. So like nobody, like they check your ID when you get in there, they give you a little wristband, and then the camera turns to 4 young college students. We're gonna go around our table, we're gonna introduce our players and their characters. So tell us your name, your pronouns, and who you're going to be playing today and what they look like as they come in. You're all coming in together into the party. I'm going to start with Charm.
Starting with me. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. Salutations. I'm Charm. You can find me on everything at Charmfoolery. I go by she and they as my pronouns. And today I am playing for you one of the 4 Sailor Senshi for this group. Her name currently is Mira Barachois. She presents herself with a very calm and collected air. She walks in with like as much control as a college student can possibly have. It's a little bit uncanny to an extent. It's surprisingly mature. But she's also kind of a little bit clocking all the people here, just like a slight look here and there, surveying everybody. She looks very dark academia, but like with a slightly brighter color palette. Um, she occasionally kind of stops at a booth, checks something out, moves on, rejoins with her other three friends. Um, and I think that's kind of the basics. I don't want to take up too much time so we can get through all four of
Okay.
us. I'm so
All
excited.
right.
I want to see everybody.
We're gonna jump to Nicky.
All right. Hello there. I am Nicky, he, they. You can find me on all social media platforms as NickSnat1 with the number 1 at the end. And I will be playing Aria Armstrong. Sort of like I guess, the pseudo jock of the group. She's sort of like a bit, I guess, she's about like 5'8", 5'9", like red hair that is like cut into a pixie cut. And she's relatively muscular. She was part of her high school's boxing club. Like, her physique is very much like, late series Mikasa or like Maki Zenin in Jujutsu Kaisen, like later on. And she wears clothes that sort of like accentuate that, like this top with a jacket over it and jeans. And she is currently, she's relaxed. This is the most relaxed you've seen her, but she's still sort of like keeping an eye around, making sure nobody gets up to tomfoolery.
All right. Moving over to Mika, and then followed by Ian.
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm the co-creator of Roll D5. You can find me over there. My Twitter is Goggle Boy, like the main characters of Digimon who wear goggles.
Yeah.
Today I am playing Luna Lemon. Luna has this bleached hair. It's like you can tell she did it herself at home. Sorry, my pronouns are he, him. Luna's are she, her, and like, yeah, you can tell it's just home done bleached hair that's like up all messy. She's wearing a baseball tee that says citrus on the chest. I actually own this shirt.
Gorgeous.
A friend designed it specifically for me. And then like a white skirt. She's got eyebrow piercing, a couple piercings in her ears, and she has got this strong aura about her, this kind of professional, don't fuck with me, but also, how do I put this? Like, you can just tell that's one of those like, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my friends. Otherwise, I'm a lovely person. Come up, talk to me. Like, somehow she's embodying that.
Love it.
And last but certainly not least, Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian. You can find me on most socials as Ian the Priest, on Twitter as Ian LDP. My pronouns are he, they. Today I am playing Celia Khan, a tan Asian woman. Her hair is in a high ponytail, very much like an Ariana Grande-esque style. It is black, long, wavy, but you'll notice that like the underside of her hair is dyed like a deep blue. So when she pulls her hair up, you'll see that dye underneath it. As it goes from top to bottom, she's wearing like a crop top that says "that bitch" in the front, and then like really nice, cool like pool shorts, and then like wedges and just shades, like a rectangular shade, sunglasses, and just it seals the look, and has like really cool like shiny silver bracelets on either side of her wrists, and she just steps in, positions herself furthest from Mira, and just like looks about the pool and like tips her shades down just to also kind of clock what's happening.
So catching up to, and we're back. We just had some technical difficulties. We got all that ready to go. So I believe that we had just introduced Naru, correct? Okay.
Indeed.
All right.
Yes.
So Naru walks up. So Naru is maybe like 5, tall, young Japanese, Japanese American, mixed heritage. She has dark brown eyes, but very like thick auburn wavy hair that she kind of has like pulled up into a ponytail, and a little bit of freckles, but she has like Japanese features, Southern Island Japanese features, mixed in with probably Irish American. And there's a little bit like she has dark brown eyes, but there's like a little like reflection of green in them, but you can only see it like reflected in the sunlight. And like I said, she's wearing like a tasteful like one piece like green suit with like a really pretty like sarong like wrapped around her waist, a oversized hat to kind of like floppy hat, but she's like not wearing it. She just has it like in her hand with her beach bag. And then she heads over and is like, okay, so we should like claim a spot because Lambda Rising is acting like they own the place.
Oh, not again.
And then like the
Really?
camera kind of pans back as you guys like look across, the beach party or the pool party, and you see several other various individuals wearing either like a little necklace that has the Lambda hold on, what did I call them? Hold on, let me look at my notes. The Lambda Order. So it's like a little triangle with like a rainbow on it, and it's like embossed in gold, or and it's very like, you all know that the Lambda Order is the local like LGBT Greek life organization.
Mm-hmm.
That is mostly made up of like wealthy queer people attending
Okay.
like going to
Yeah,
UCSD,
yeah.
and their donors.
I see.
Like very like high class,
Got it.
mostly white, Asian, and like light skinned Latino in their membership. And normally they haven't really been causing problems, but this is the first time you've heard Naru actually like complain.
Yeah.
You've never heard her complain.
Yeah. Nara, do you want to be farther away from them or closer to keep an eye on them?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. Look,
They're clearly more spot than they need to. I can go give them a good talking to.
I mean, look,
I can beat them up.
Here's the thing. Ultimately, I just want to have a good time. This last spring semester has been quiet. So, and she looks across the pool and she looks at this beautiful figure, just kind of sort of standing over like by where all the food is. And that is, what? I want a name. Give me a name. We're going to go to Charm. Charm.
Oh, gosh.
What is the mortal name of Prince Tranquility's current incarnation?
All right.
Bobby.
Okay. I gotta call this back to my first ever Sailor Moon RP forum in which I played Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah.
But we were all in France, and his name was Adrian.
Oh.
It was awful. I was 14.
Adrian. Miraculous Ladybug.
Wonderful.
So Adrian is like exactly 6 feet tall.
Oh dear.
Reed thin, swimmer's build.
Don't do this to me.
Very much openly transmasculine.
Don't hurt me like this.
Similar to Hakura in Sailor Moon, but in a much more modern context. And And Naru has been incredibly supportive of him and his journey. And this has been the first, because like, you know, you're Senshi, but these are the first they're really having a lot of feelings, and their romance is like really, really intense. And you all suspect that there is something special about him, but y'all don't know what it is. But you do know, like, and you haven't been able to like uncover what it is yet. Like through the whole season, this guy always shows up at the right place at the right time to just be there to support her. And you haven't quite put together that this like moonlight knight figure that keeps showing up is that guy. But above table, as players, this is your moonlight knight.
Amazing.
Got it.
Sold.
But your characters don't know. But I just want to let y'all know this is kind of the scenario. So Naru says, look, I'm just gonna stick with Adrian.
Yeah, go say hi.
For the evening. And why don't you guys go investigate? And if there's anything going on, she like touches like a little like beautiful like pendant that she has. That's just, you know, that's like a little like amber crystal. And she just sort of touches it and it flashes green. I'll go check on the cats if you find out anything is off.
Okay.
Understood.
Which is like her code word for I'll reach out to your companions. But most people, when you say that, most people think, oh, they're going back to their shared dorm to feed their freaking cats.
Yes. That sounds great. I hope you have a good time. You know, we'll miss you.
So Naru will be within sight. However, I would like to give the four of you an opportunity to have a good time and maybe investigate what's going on, because Naru is actually concerned. And she hasn't been concerned for an entire semester. And then like as she's away, you know, getting a drink from him, what do you all do?
I have a question.
Yes.
The other group, the Lambda Order or Lambda Rising,
Yeah.
have they already claimed spots, or are they just hovering?
They're hovering right now, but it looks like they're trying to snatch up all the prime spots next to the pool.
Okay, perfect.
Are they like actively kicking people out?
I think
they're walking up and they're just being like, you look like the kind of person who should be hungry. The snacks are over there. Oh, excuse me. Pause. They don't say that. What they do say is, this is the kind of space where people who should be seen needs to be sitting, and that's not you.
Great. I sit down. Wherever that happens, I walk over and just like take a seat next to whomever they're harassing. I'm just like, okay, then.
While that's happening, I'll take every towel that like is out for people to grab, not any but that belongs to anyone, but to the space. I'm going to start laying towels onto like chairs to essentially claim territory without talking to anybody. I don't need to talk to them to get what I want. So I immediately just claim without speaking.
I
like to do.
Love that. So I am going to, I believe that triggers a move. Let me see here. You know, I am going to say that this is a protect someone roll.
Okay.
And I think that the two of you are using teamwork. Because you're both doing it together. Is everyone else joining in, or do the other characters want to do something else?
Oh, I'm joining in. I'm grabbing like the nearest giant beach ball, and I'm going to catch them off guard and say, "Hey, catch!" and hit them, ideally pushing them in the pool.
Okay.
Everyone chose chaos.
Everyone chose chaos.
We're not chaos.
All right. Before, okay. And then Nicky, what would you like to do?
I just loom over there, silent. My presence is more than enough.
Okay. That covers all team. Your actions dictate which move you use to support your teammate. Okay. So everyone that's helping, So I've got your back is physical. You can do this as emotional. 2 heads are better than 1 is mental. And then no one, I believe, is using supernatural intervention because
Yeah,
you're all.
no.
So
I'll do I've got your back.
I've got your back. Who would like to do? You can
Well-
do this.
That was the emotional one, correct?
Yeah. I think that one might be Mika's character.
Yes, I'm emotional
Yeah.
based, so
And
will
then
do
I think
that.
I'm gonna give 2 heads are better than 1. Or do you feel, Ian? Do you think your character? I feel like you're outsmarting them.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll mental.
Okay.
And depending on that, depends on what kind of bonuses that Charm is gonna get to her roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the teamwork game.
This is.
I love
I
it.
rolled 10. I rolled 10.
You rolled
Hmm.
10. Okay. Do you
Oh.
have a competitive or cooperative relationship?
Oh, competitive with Mira.
Okay,
Yeah.
competitive. That
Mhm.
means you and your target gain +1 to your next roll.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, Mika, what did your character get?
A 6.
You got a 6. Your target loses. Okay, so we have a power pool, and the power pool is you can spend that to fuel your
Abilities.
your abilities and things. Right now, I'm going to be very nice and give you a power pool of like 2, just to get the narrative ball rolling because it's vibes, baby.
Vibes.
Vibes.
Yeah.
However, everyone has a personal power pool, and then you also have like a group one that you can pull from.
Okay.
So. All right. However, because you got a 6, you lose 1 from your power pool. Everybody's starting off with 2. Unfortunately, Charm, and your relationship breaks.
That's my best friend
No.
now.
So
Your beach ball
slam, Mira.
what exactly was the action that you were doing to try to help?
Tossing a
Bestie.
beach ball to knock someone into the pool.
Okay,
Hmm.
You knocked Mira into the
so
pool.
we're gonna put a pin on that. To Ian,
It's okay.
Yes,
what
I got
what
a 10
is a 10? Okay. Do you have a competitive or cooperative relationship?
with Mira.
Yeah.
I think it's competitive.
Okay. Your target gains +1 to their next roll, and you add. Oh, no, excuse me, competitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You both gain +1 to your next roll.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've got a total of +2 and something disastrous is about to happen, but I'm gonna hold my move. You're okay for now.
Yeah.
Make your roll, and then I will make my move.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
All right, so you have a +2 so far.
Yes, I
And the
do.
move that you are using is protect someone.
Okay.
So roll plus persona.
You got it. Here we go.
And then I'm
gamers.
going to give you advantage because I think this is really cool.
Okay.
So roll 3 dice and take the 2 highs.
Okay, I have dice from 3 of my favorite people, so this is great.
Okay.
Annie, I know you're watching, so that includes you. Okay, bye. Oh, I cocked one. I have to respect the cock. Okay. I have a total of 12. I rolled a 10.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a total of 13. I forgot my 1 persona point.
Okay.
Rolled
Go
a
off.
10.
All right. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay, so you get a total of
That's
how
shame.
much? 13? 13. No,
13.
what? 13. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
So so on a 10 plus, hold 2. And you get, and because you got such a high roll, I will let you have another hold. So I'll let you have 3.
Ooh.
Hold 3.
Ooh.
So here are your options.
Oh, whoa.
You may
Oh, whoa.
redirect
Okay.
the attack to yourself. You can do 3 of these things if you want to, or you can hold on to the holds.
Okay.
You can redirect the attack to yourself,
Mhm.
half the damage of the attack,
Mhm.
put the attacker in a bad position, giving an ally +1 forward against the attack.
Ooh, okay.
Or deal damage back to the attacker equal to your physical rating. Now, damage here is more like emotional. We're just blowing with vibes here.
Right.
So, what things would you like to do?
Okay, so
And remember, and then
I've
like
got
once
3 options, right?
you have 3 options, and once that happens, then I will take my move.
Okay. Well, all right. So first and foremost, because Mira literally just like she hears that one line, like that was just like, you're not pretty enough to sit here. And she was just like, fine, I'll be pretty enough to sit there. I don't care. This was a way to interject without being a physical combat, right? So she just takes that seat, right? And when she takes that seat, it has that emotional impact of that damage, essentially, of just like, I can't believe this person just did this to me. Like, who the F is this? And what the excuse me, bitch.
Okay. So you're
and
redirecting it to you.
Yep, I'm gonna redirect
Okay.
it. I'm
Yeah.
also gonna have that that emotional damage of just like, oh, like that one moment where someone's just like, I thought I was winning here.
Yeah.
And that hurts a little on the inside, you know?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my second thing.
Second thing. So like that would be
My
deal
physical
damage
rating.
back.
Yeah, which is 0,
deal
but
damage
I just
back.
like it for flavor.
Yeah.
And then my last thing is going to be putting the attacker in a bad position to give an ally the +1 forward. Because I think that's like, it's going to throw them off guard so much because they've been kind of like doing whatever the hell they wanted to other people this whole time, that counts as like being put like in an off mood, which could be a bad position in another way. I think those are my 3.
So this is what happens. You sit, you look, everybody shores up, and they're just like, ugh. Like they get up and they leave. And then right after they walk away and you're nodding, you're feeling good, you get slammed on the back of the head with a beach ball and dumped into the pool.
Can I use a PowerPoint to bring that to a 7?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
If you want.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I don't want my best friend. I don't want to ruin
Okay.
this.
Best friend.
So that makes it a mixed success.
So I think that puts me at
you would
0
have
on
gotten
PowerPoint now.
Yeah, you would have gotten another +1 to that
14.
roll, but it's fine. You did amazing stuff. But you get a -1 to your next persona roll. So what actually happens is you throw the beach ball, you're feeling good, and then you just go tink and you catch it. And you look and
I'm like, girl, like, I got this.
I tried.
Honestly, I really
should trust
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, and I appreciate that you tried, honestly. Like, I don't know what might have happened if they had gotten, madder. So
No, don't talk about my best friend like that, because you got this. Look at this. Goddess. Energy just emanating.
Yeah. We've got this. Whatever they try to do, we've got this.
Yeah, just how dare you be so good? How dare you?
Lock down this whole area? Did you want a towel too? Like handing both of you a towel.
Oh, yes, please, though.
Okay, cool. So like
I didn't dress for water.
This whole part is ours now.
Yep.
Do we have an umbrella? I look around.
Yeah, there's an umbrella. Ooh. It's like really comfy. You guys got a nice little like corner area. It's
amazing.
It's pretty cool. And then I'm trying to remember what it is with the power pool. I think it's every time you fail a roll, you get a power point.
Oh,
let me double check. Let me double check. It's been a minute. Power pool. Blah 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 blah. I just played this. I love running this game, and then of course I forget this incredibly important part. Behind the 8 ball.
Once you finish finding that answer, I have a question.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, whenever you get below half health, you gain 1 point in your power pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we share the power?
You have as many points among them as there are heroes.
Okay.
So there's 4 of you.
Our group pool has 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking notes.
Yep. The group must spend points from their pools in any combination as long as they spend points equal to the number of heroes plus 1, and then roll emotional. If they spend points equal to the number of heroes plus 2, they can have advantage on that roll.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to forget that, but I like that rule.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's so good.
Yeah. All right. So, question. What is your question?
Yes. Who was the person that these horrible bullies were talking to originally?
Originally,
Before we all inserted ourselves into their problems.
Just like Terrence, just like a young, like light-skinned, skinny, young man that was just wearing like orange board shorts and trying to like listen to some vibes.
Yeah.
They have pretty hazel eyes.
Oh no.
Short cropped curly hair. And
I'm just gonna have a crush on every NPC. It's fine.
Oh,
never mind. I'm out.
And they were just like, "Oh, thank you so much for
you're so welcome
for standing up for me." Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
I don't either. What is their problem?
I don't know what their problem is. Like,
There's not even sand here. Calm down.
Like, if they're gonna act like that, they should like go to Black's Beach or something. Like,
right?
This is supposed to be like. I don't get it. It's supposed to
be fun and relaxing, and that was so not relaxing.
No, like I came to UCSD from like the East Coast because I wanted to try something different, and I'm sorry, I could have gone to an HBCU. This is ridiculous. And like
totally.
Oh, hey, would you like a sparkling water? And they reach over into their bag and they pull out like a peach sparkling water.
No, but do any of you?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Towel?
Oh my God, thank you. And they like take the towel, and it's at this point that like, who has the highest mystical in the group?
Oh,
not me.
I'm -1.
-1.
I have 0.
0.
0 as well.
Yep.
Are we apart?
I went emotional,
okay,
man.
That's why y'all.
I went emotional persona.
We're not magical at all.
Okay.
We're the most unmagical magical girls.
Yeah,
Friendship is not magical with us.
Friendship's the only magic we have.
Hands
So all of you, I'm going to do what's called a hard move in this system. So,
oh boy,
all of your
me with a good time.
Start buzzing.
Ring, ring.
Like they're just like, zzz, and you know that you only like that's Naru's like secret like. There's an emergency. You pull out your phone, and you see like she's live streaming to you through like not through like the internet, but through like AirDrop. And she because that's how she keeps y'all's like patrol secret. She AirDrops everything amongst all of your phones, and then you can hear her like whispering, or like rapid texting. There's like a text to talk feature that she has, and then it's you see footage of one of the like this kind of muscly looking attractive kind of CrossFit gay bro with like another person from the party, like this kind of thin kind of like impressionable twink, but like the kid is like against like the wall behind the pool house, and the guy is over, and the guy's eyes are red, and he's absorbing like energy out from the kid's mouth into his body, and then it like she's like live streaming it, and the camera is like shaking.
Does she have location on?
Yeah.
You guys look. Go ahead and give me
Be vigilant.
You know,
I don't know.
Okay, you're doing things. All right. Does she have location on?
Like, is that a? I don't have an iPhone, so I'm like, can you drop the locations?
Make a be vigilant.
Snapchat.
Roll. Go ahead and give me
All
a
of
be
us?
vigilant roll. No, just charm.
Oh
Just
dear.
try.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on it.
Because
I'm
they
on
were
it.
like, they were the one that acted. You know how these games work, y'all.
Sorry. I'm loud.
Trigger the move. No, it's good.
Okay,
Good.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, bitch! Come on. So many words.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's a 7
That's a 7.
on the
Okay.
dice. No additions.
All right. Hold one.
Okay.
Here's your list of questions.
Ooh, okay.
What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers that I haven't noticed?
Mm.
What's most vulnerable to me? What seems to be the monster's weakness? What's my best way to protect the area or victims here?
I go straight for what's my best way in, because I want to.
What's your best way in? It's
yeah,
at
I
that
want to know
point
where
that
she
you-
is.
It's at that point that you realize that you know exactly where that is. That is like 30 feet away behind the pool house. It's in the back alley behind the pool house. And people go there to make out all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not seeable from the street. It's not seeable from any of the side trails around campus. It's like a semi-private, secluded place that you can go to.
I look up at the other 3 and I just go make out spot behind the pool.
Okay, Aria is already running there.
Like, you guys go
Okay.
fight.
You're running there?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He has long legs.
Over to our other 2. Mika, Ian, what are your characters doing? What are your senshi doing?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just Celia kind of just sighs in the fact that like we just claimed this and now we have to run away and protect someone, and she goes, "Fine." Drops it, chases after
Okay.
Aria.
All right. So, the camera pans. You guys kind of go around the hallway, and you can see like Naru going up as they're like further down, and like as that happens, like the body like drops on the ground like asleep. And his eyes kind of glow red, and then
I think
flash gold for a second, and
don't like
blinks.
that.
Hey, you. What did
Aria's
you-
already charging to tackle.
Oh,
Hey,
not
you
even talking.
Let's be like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that visual. Just hey, you.
You're like, hey,
Hey,
stop!
you. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. He looks up, and go ahead and give me
Clash?
you give me a clash, and then I will Ian, give me a mental roll, because you're getting the person's attention. Hey, you, and then boom. So I'm gonna consider that teamwork. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a +1 from
You have a
just
+1.
competitive
Okay.
earlier. That's a 12 in total.
A 12 in total. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a competitive relationship, right, with Aria?
With
No,
Aria, it's cooperative.
It's cooperative. Excellent. Your target gains +1 to their next roll, and you and your target gain 1 to your power pool.
Oh, that brings my Clash to 12.
That brings your clash
Ooh.
to 12. Excellent.
Yes.
So here's the thing. On a 12 plus, you can choose an enhanced effect instead. Because the way it works is you got 12, right? So on a 10 plus, you can choose 1 extra effect.
Yeah.
And you could do damage equal to your weapon or your physical stat, whichever you would prefer.
Mhm.
Or on a 12, you can get an enhanced effect instead. So
I'm
you can
gonna
either
see. How
you
much
can
damage
either
would this person do to me?
you don't know.
Okay.
You like he's just this big buff person. So
Mhm.
here are your options. You can take +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hero, inflict extra harm, suffer less harm because you really don't want to hurt them. You just want to take them down. Force them where you want, or force them to drop something they're holding. Well, now on a 12 plus, you can choose an enhanced effect.
Oh yeah.
All
I see
magical
what it is.
heroes get +1 forward. You suffer no damage. You inflict double damage, or you force the enemy to flee.
Okay, I don't want this guy to run. I want to interrogate. For now, I'm just gonna take I suffer no damage. Let's not take damage this early in the game.
Yeah.
and I just tackle him to the ground and I pin him down and he goes, "What did you do to him?"
So you like boom, tackle them to the ground. And they're just sort of like, I was collecting energy for our new leader.
Oh.
Who's your leader?
That would be me. And then standing on the roof at an impressive almost 7 feet tall
Oh, damn.
and gleaming golden ancient Greek style breastplate and skirt,
Okay.
a huge flowing cape, a Roman centurion style like helmet that has a beautiful massive soul crystal on it that is radiating with like sunlight energy, but the plume is crackling with this like vibrating, like almost like a, have you ever seen the movie Immortals?
Yes.
How long?
It's like a fiery white light as he looks down and he says, "My sister is a coward. She doesn't realize how easy it is to feed on the insecurities of the oppressed here on Earth. You don't
I was
remember
really-
me? The brother of Theta, the true champion of the sun, the right hand of Emprix Galaxia." And then he like manifests a giant golden bow, pulls it out and levels at you, and he's like, "Quake before Hyperion." And with that,
I'm so-
we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
What?
All right, we're just gonna take a little break, 10 minutes, get some water, use the restroom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in with my players, and then we can come back.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
take things to the next level as our villain has finally revealed themselves.
Rude. And I wasn't.
And we're back. Last time on Love and Justice, our band of Senshi had decided to go to a pool party. The entirety of spring semester was quiet, and now it's the summer session. They're enjoying a pride pool party. Everything's going great until finally a mysterious villain that has been using the Lambda Order or Lambda Rising, depending on, which organization you pledged through, has been infiltrated by an ancient old foe. And they've revealed themselves to be Hyperion.
Mhm.
Our camera begins on the face of Mika's character. What is your response when you see this larger than life relic from faded memories long ago?
just my response is thank you. No, I'm sorry. That's not ringing any bells.
Yeah.
Who are you
It-
again?
It isn't. And then he leaps from the building and slams down into the ground, and the ground like cracks. And there's like and light energy like coming up.
I'm
Charm,
not sure why you thought that would refresh my memory.
your
but-
character.
That's my best friend. Yes, what's up?
Who's in the back, actually?
I think I'm right in front of Hyperion.
You're right in
now.
front of Hype. You're trying front.
Yeah.
Who is in the back of the group?
I'm probably last to arrive after
Yeah, like,
once he
who's next?
lands, I like come
Yeah.
around the corner like,
Oh,
oh no.
you're last to arrive. Okay.
Yes.
You're sort of taking your time. You came last, but then you notice, like, when he drops to the ground,
Mhm.
like out of the corner of your eye, you start seeing like the sky starts darkening, like a storm is coming, and it's becoming like, but also like a heat wave. Like it feels like kind of like oppressive, almost like a wildfire.
Oh.
because there's a smoke that comes in and gets in the clouds for a while, and it feels kind of like that. And you look over and you see people at the party are starting to pass out, and you see more like all the people, everybody that had like that little lambda pin, their eyes are all turning red, and they're all like drawing out like energy from the people that are passing out.
Oh.
And this is all kind of happening like in a montage, and then he's sort of like walking very determined to Aria, and looks Aria in the eye and says, "The power of my sister is minuscule compared to mine. Your sacrifice was for nothing. You should have stayed dead." And then he goes to like reach up with his hand to strike Arya, and almost without even thinking, right? Arya, you catch the wrist, right? If that's okay.
Oh yeah.
And you're like holding it, and he's like kind of surprised as this energy starts rolling up your hand and the camera kind of bursts into light. Would you like to transform right now?
Haha.
Dramatically.
Aha.
As I grab onto his hand and still his strike, you hear Arya says, "In this world, rife with hate and strife, a selfless act shines bright as light. If evil and fear sought to make you yield, then let me be your defender, your shield." And then an explosion erupts around Arya, and as the smoke clears, she is clad head to toe in armor, in the style of a Western knight, with a half helm over her face that exposes the lower half, pauldrons, vambrace, gauntlets, breastplate, and like greaves and sabatons over her leg and around her waist. A far cry from the Western style. She has the, you know, those striped leather dress type that Roman soldiers wear.
Mm-hmm.
That is what she has. And as she is revealed, she will say, "Full Metal Aria joins the battlefield."
We
And
really
as-
gotta take away the
and
GameCube.
as Arya like poses, does like the senshi pose, there is a brief flash of ghostly apparitions of the team that Arya was once the moon senshi for. And then they vanish. Who else would like to transform in this moment? Ian?
Yes, I would love to. I think in this moment, as she sees Arya transform and Arya gripping that arm that Hyperion was gonna hit her with, Celia just goes, "Hey, Hyperion, you really don't want this smoke."
He
And-
said the thing.
And then she says, "Guardian of lightning, facing your fears through determination. Senshi, Dione, herald of justice, stand and bear your soul. Thunderous scales are here to judge you." And she kind of like transforms, her bracelets turn into chakrams that she like holds in her hand. The whole entire outfit transforms into actually a Chinese opera outfit. But instead of a full mask, it's a half mask. And her eyes no longer are brown, but like crackle with lightning through this mask. And everything's like billowing as static electricity kind of picks up around her, and everything's like levitating with all of the beautiful, like dark midnight blue silks around her. And she stands there.
and then outlined in the final pose. Same thing, different designs, all themed after Senshi Dione's, and they're just there, like they're there with you in that moment, and then they're gone. Would anyone else like to transform?
No, but I have a question
Yes.
about those ghosts.
Yes.
Is one of them me? I'm also a moon of Saturn.
A younger version of you is there.
Yeah, okay. I was just like, wait a second. Okay.
Yeah. Like an echo of who you were before you ascended to your own team is there. Like similar to Chibiusa.
This is so meta.
Uh,
I love
Mika, would you like to transform in this dramatic moment?
I think I want to hold off.
Okay. So would you like to glimpse the truth, be vigilant? Is there some kind of investigatory thing that you would like to do in this moment instead of transform? Because I still want to give you something.
Yeah.
Because the transformation is a big upgrade, but you might be able to get some information. So go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do glimpse the truth.
Glimpse the truth. Okay.
it.
All right.
Which is mental. I have +0 mental. Dang it.
You can do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do this.
What? These are supposed to be my lucky dice.
What'd you roll?
4.
4? Okay, I got you. So you look into his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
On a 6 or lower, you uncover a dark truth about yourself, the situation, or another character. As you look at him, your breath is caught. You're not here anymore. It is the past. It is the silver millennium. You have infiltrated the fortress of Theta, and you see him there. Your former betrothed, Hyperion, her right hand. You have come here to convince him that this isn't the right way, that the Moon Wars must end, to help be the distraction so that the ritual by the unnamed princess can be named. He stands there on this deck overlooking like the stars. It's like an observation deck, and you can see all these beautiful crystalline spaceships and people with auras of magic flying through space, and it's this sort of like magic. And he's standing there in like full armor that's polished gold. He has a beautiful white and gold cape, and it is a younger, more refined version of the entity you see. And what does your outfit in the Silver Millennium look like in your past life?
Ooh, the first thing that comes to mind is just what I was going to transform into. Short skirt, long jacket.
Hooray, cake.
Yes. Short skirt, long jacket.
Thigh-high boots.
Yeah. Turns to you and says, I take it that you've come here to change my mind.
That's the hope.
Hope. That is what
Hope.
And then like there's like a shiver as he says a name, and like you can't hear it. That is what she taught you.
That's what I embody. I don't want to fight you, but I will.
I don't want to fight you either. I'm not interested in fighting someone that I love. I just need you to see that Theta is the true strength, and only under her leadership. And he gets close, and he takes you on the side of the arms, but it's not aggressive. It's compassionate. It's intense. She's the only one that is going to be able to truly defeat Empress Galaxia and seal away chaos. Why can't you and the others see that?
She, Luna kisses him on the forehead. Just a little. I like to think she's very tall. Also,
Yeah.
like. So I guess
Like-
he's still taller. He's like 7 foot.
Yeah. You guys are both ridiculously tall.
Yeah. Uh, and she'll say, "This isn't the right way. This isn't the kind of riot that this isn't
It is the only way.
right."
And then you come back to like unsure of yourself in this moment.
I think this is why I don't transform.
Okay.
Spice, the trauma.
Yeah, because like I was just so yeah, the flashback. I'm like, oh no, I'm remembering this, and like just being. I think now that like this memory is fresh, being around him, I just don't know how to communicate. Just like in that flashback, like I'm just unsure what to say to him to get through.
It's at that form, at that point, like as you kind of fall into your knees, overwhelmed by this dark memory, a hand comes across the screen as the background kind of swirls with green and blue and a little bit of gold shimmer and like a trail of cherry blossoms as Naru engages in a beautiful multicolored transformation sequence where her hair becomes large and wild and red and explodes. A beautiful outfit, sailor inspired outfit, but in dark emerald greens and pastel pinks, accentuating and her her skin becomes a much like rich, almost like bark, like the bark of a tree, and just kind of embodies a sort of fiery, like nature goddess, almost like a marrying of like Celtic and Roman and Greek iconography, with this beautiful scepter that is just grown out of wild wood, and at the end of the scepter is a pure polished amber crystal that just glows with the kind of inner light that is not from the sun, but is reflected from the plants back out. So it's like almost like the mystical concept of photosynthesis and hope and life crystallized into the end of this eldritch staff. And the spirit of Gaia, the mother of the earth, just permeates and embodies Naru as she becomes Senshi Demetria, and rushes in and immediately sweeps Mika, your character, into her arms and says, "It's going to be okay. And it's going to be okay."
I don't think it is.
And then she looks behind her over to your character, Charm. What do you do in this moment? Two of your friends are standing strong. It's an ancient villain whose memories you haven't recovered yet. One of your teammates is down before even being struck. And the princess has moved before you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay. All right. Mira initially just like she can't believe this whole situation is happening again in a way, but doesn't quite have the full understanding of what again truly means. And she is going to step at least in front of Luna and our now Senshi Demetria. And she doesn't transform. She doesn't even touch her magical elements at all. And she's just looking at Hyperion, and she just seeing what's happening is just immediately it's just like, we can't do this again. We can't. And she tries to reach out to him as a person and not so much this embodiment of what she sees as kind of like a broken memory of the past. I would like to try to touch his heart.
Yeah, touch his heart. I will give you advantage on this roll. This is pretty incredible. You are sacrificing your transformation moment.
I know.
So let's do this.
I care so much more about these people than I care about the power, you know? Like that's how Mira's feeling. She's like, these people are so much more than whatever power I could potentially muster in this moment. And I have to use my words. That's the strongest thing I've got.
Got it.
Okay, so with advantage, got these dice. Fingers crossed. We have a 9 on the dice.
Ooh.
Plus 2 for an 11.
11. All right. On a 10 plus, team members gain +2 actions against the target.
Oh.
This ends if the target takes damage, and you form a competitive relationship with the target.
Oh dear.
So,
oh no.
You reach out and what do you say? You say, can't do this again. And he steps forward and he says, we have to. Emperix Galaxia will come. Show me your strength. And he sets down the bow and squares up to you, but looks you in the eye with understanding. And you feel in your heart, you get a flash of memory that's similar to the one that we just had. And in this, you remember who he was before, who he studying and fighting and training against one another. But you also knew that, like his sister, there was a darkness. The primal sun, the sun before Helios. He was always jealous of Helios. And now they're going to take a turn and do something. And at that point, he rears back, and then his turn is to give you the space to transform. He's going to stand there, and he's not going to move until you have drawn in all of your power.
This is...
You believe I'm wrong? Strike me down with everything in your heart.
The cycle has to stop. I know who we are. I know what we've done. But I can't hurt my best friend's brother again. I can't do this to you. Not one more time. Not after everything we've been through and all that we've sacrificed. I won't do this to you, no matter how much you ask. And Mira she takes a knee.
Aria, what do you do?
I see an opening, I punch.
Okay. Okay.
We can count on you.
It's like this extremely emotional moment. I see an opening.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the thing. You have +2 against the target, but it ends if the target takes damage.
Yeah, so do I still get this +2 first?
You do get the +2 because they're distracted. But it will end. The bonus will end once you hit them.
All right. Sorry,
Right.
Aria. One track mind.
It's
Turn
okay.
it
It's
full
okay.
metal
I just thought it'd be a
Aria.
really great dramatic moment just to be like, well, pow. All right, roll it.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. Okay, a 9
Yeah.
on Clash. 7 plus. All right, you both do damage to each other. Damage equal to your weapon or your physical stat. So let's calculate your damage first.
It'll be 2.
That would be a 2. Oh, you got a 9, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you go in and like boom and like go in with the hard strike, and he flies and he slams into the wall. And when he does that, he flips up onto the side of the wall, and he's standing on the wall surface, pulls out that bow made of pure light, and boom, fires, and it slams right into the middle of your armor, and you take 3 harm.
3. Ooh.
Oh,
Boom.
Okay.
woof.
Nervous Macarena.
You dare to challenge me while I am speaking with my respected rival?
All I hear
You
is
talk
weakness.
too much.
What do you want to do? You have a moment. Do you want to transform?
Who are you
Me?
asking?
What?
Mika.
Mika,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna just kind of like kind of a very anime standing, but do that sway thing. Like God,
The
you
studio
always-
trigger head tilt.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Just the
Yeah.
you always talked too much. Oh, sorry. Can you hear those sirens?
Yes.
No. I couldn't anyway.
You hear them in the background, you know, at SDSU because there's been a bunch of explosions. So just
Mhm.
like,
Yes.
oh, no, we have to get
Yeah,
to
just-
college.
Like I love you. I love you. But if I hope for a better future, then I gotta make the sacrifice. Her transformation object is a guitar pick necklace, and so she rips that off, kind of like air guitar, strum like a guitar of light shows up, and then Short Skirt Long Jacket by Cake starts playing.
Yeah.
As she transforms, she's got this white mini skirt. She's got a sleeveless jacket, and this is going to be like a deep cut. Have any of you seen Saint Tail?
Oh, smidge.
Long time ago.
Yeah, like that's the kind of jacket she has with the tails in the back, sleeveless, just very punk gloves, lots of bracelets, a little like flower crown with little lemons on it, wings, and a little halo.
And there is an outline
And
that look like musicians. Like all like musician themed outfits. Like, and it's a little like, you know, kind of pastel yellow, and the ghostly apparitions appear, and you hear another like riff of music, just like a note, like a sound, an echo of your old troupe. And then
My-
they're gone.
my
yeah.
saying, the power of Riot ultimately contains hope and light. We are a team to enact change, and I'll protect you with everything I have. Let's change hearts.
Okay. Ian, what does Senshi Dione do in this moment as like Aria's gone rogue? Luna has finally like found the strength she needs to transform. But you know, like what are you doing?
I think. Do I know do I recall the past memories of the past lives that we had on Saturn with Mira's character?
I'm going to say, do you? Would you like to? Do you have an idea?
I think in the moment when Mira proclaims that we can't do this again, hurt my best friend's brother. We have to break the cycle. I think it triggers something within Celia and within Dione, and it brings back close memories of. If you don't mind me describing a moment
Go for it.
where Dione and, if I can recall, Triton
Perfect.
on Saturn, a moment where Dione pleads and says, I don't understand why you're going. I understand she's your best friend, but she is not in the right, and you're turning against all of us for her. And then flash forward to when Triton comes back apologizing, and Dione goes, fine, for now, I accept your apology, as she turns as to face a different battle. And it flashes forward into present day, a little Celia kind of weeping in the bathroom stall after some emotional hurt words were exchanged between Mira and her. And then flash forward now to present time as Celia stands there like crackling with like static electricity, and her hair kind of just like levitating with the rest of her silks. And I think she says this in kind of like a thundering voice as like lightning kind of cackles around her, and she turns to Mira and she goes, it is rich coming from you,
Ooh.
a bully. I know I accepted your apology, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to change the world, and you want to end the cycle. Yet you perpetuated it first. Stand with us or against us. Choose a side. And I think in that anger, she kind of like quickly turns and she says, one way or another, this will end. And she like flashes forward to attack Hyperion.
Go ahead and give me a clash attack, and I'm going to give you advantage because that was incredibly dramatic and amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
So good.
The drama.
and let's roll, and then after that, I'm going to move narrative spotlight back to you, Charm, because I
Okay.
feel like you've been given a lot, and now it's time to respond.
Okay.
But let's get this butt kicking going. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
you've got this
Cool.
bad guy down by 2 HP.
Okay, I roll clash. A few things happen.
Okay.
Because my mystic connection of emotion is fear, I picked fight or flight and I picked fight. I get +1 to all clash attacks. That's first.
Okay.
My element is lightning, so I have a static barrier. I will always cause +1 damage when making a melee clash attack and cause 1 damage back to anything that hits me.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
I was serious when I said you don't want this smoke.
Nope.
So
Sure don't.
I, with my +1 physical, I'm rolling with a +2 to clash, and I'm rolling with advantage.
Here we go.
So here
If you take damage, do you want me to protect someone and tank it for you?
You can, if you like. That's how this works.
All right.
I will give you that opportunity, and then Charm will bring us the drama.
Okay, so I got a 10 on my clash.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so a 10 gives you on a 10 plus you get to choose 1 extra effect. So you're gonna get 2. What would you like to take? You've got inflict extra harm, suffer less harm, force them where you want, force them to drop something they're holding, and then of course there's +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hero.
Ooh. I think because it's going down, and things are heated, and I think Celia's in a moment of anger when she said all of those things, recalling that pain. I think we're gonna do extra harm. Like I want I want it to end as fast as possible.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Then I will protect someone and tank the harm that Celia would have taken.
Okay, go ahead and roll protect
that w-
someone.
Yeah, this will be physical for me because of my feature. Oh my goodness gracious.
How much total harm are we doing, Ian?
So let's see. You do damage. You do damage equal to your weapon or your physical stat. So my physical stat is +1. I don't think my weapon has damage, based on what I chose.
What weapon did you pick?
I chose chakrams. I don't know if they
They would
to
do
the-
1 damage at least. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And I have like
1
my
plus
ward.
like your physical.
Okay. So 1 plus my physical, so that's
Mhm.
2.
Mhm.
And then
An
I
additional
always an additional harm, and I always cause damage when making a melee attack. So 4.
Ooh.
And if he hits me back, it becomes 5.
Okay, so
I
how
think.
much? But let's see if you get protected, because if you're protected,
Yeah.
the 5th won't go, but you also might not take any damage. So he does 3 harm.
Okay.
How much
All right.
did you take?
Okay, I rolled a 7, so I get to hold 1, and I'm gonna use that hold to choose my endure option, which is reduce all damage to 1. Now it doesn't specify whether I take the damage or Celia take the damage.
Oh no, you would take the damage.
Okay, I'll take it
Because I think isn't take less damage. You can take choose one option, redirect the attack yourself, half the damage of the attack, put the attacker in a bad position, giving the ally, or deal damage back to the attacker equal to your physical rating.
Okay, yeah, then that means I would take the damage.
Yeah, so you're redirecting it to yourself.
Yeah, so I flash step right in front of in between Celia and Hyperion, and the armor along my arm deconstruct into like magma sludge, and then it reforms into a kite shield, and I tank the hit, but it also knocks me off my feet, and I fly backward and smash into a building.
Yeah, like just rapidly and fast as you like reach out with this with your chakrams. There's like arcs of lightning that clash into him, and then as the lightning sends him into the air, he spins 360, pulls out the light, goes to fire back at you an arrow of pure, cackling sunlight. After you've hit him, he's streaming, you see scorch marks all over his armor, and right before it's about to hit you, and you're about to lash back with your lightning powers, Aria intervenes, and that happens, and you're just sort of like shocked.
I got your back. I fly away.
And I scream, Aria! It like reaches.
All right.
I'm all right, I say through the hole though in the building.
Mika, you see the hand of your friend Naru, of Senshi Demetria, and she says, in a moment like where everything's like intense, everything slows down between the two of you, she says, "Don't worry about Dione. You don't have to pick the violent path. But you should stand with us. I want you to. I trust you. I always have.
My loyalty belongs to you. My loyalty will always belong to you.
You were the leader before I was. You can do this." And then she, like I said, she's just extending her hand to you to take it as you're just there, kneeling still, while Aria and Dione are like, or Celia and Dione just essentially are fighting. What do you do?
My wings are going to grow, and I am going to fly towards my ex-fiance or husband.
Up to you.
Spice.
Spice.
I'm going to say husband, my ex-husband.
Yes.
Spice indeed.
And yeah, I'm not going to get physical. I'm going to use Beacon of Hope. You can manifest a bright beacon to fight alongside you. You can use it to blind your enemies in a clash check. So stunning, close stunning.
Oh,
Mhm,
nice.
mhm, mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Clash. Is there anything that you would like to do at the same time that this is happening, Charm?
You're
That's an
welcome.
excellent question. While Luna's doing math, I'm so stunned in this moment. And Mira stands up essentially from where she was, expecting to kind of have to sacrifice something instead of being able to even have a team like for the first time in a very long time. She fought alone for a very long time. And she knows that she has to choose. She recognizes Dione's words. And for the first time in a while, she's angry. And it's a little bit of an influence from what's happening right now, especially from the pure anger that is Dione. And you know, we get that close Arthur fist of just her moment of just like, I have to, I don't want to, and that's okay, but I have to this brave. And she's somewhat muttering to herself, like, I have to be brave. I have to do this. I have to. It will be okay. These are the people I've chosen. And I think she finally then touches the little conch shell charm that's on her bracelet. And briefly at her side, brings up her hand and signs water in sign language. And that's when her transformation actually occurs. And it's just
the screen. It becomes the pinnacle of the movie. Please describe to us what, in your words, the animated sequence is. It's going to be more extravagant than it was in the series. We have a big animation budget.
okay.
Yeah.
What
Big animation budget.
what would you like?
Okay.
Be creative.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. First, it's the sound. For a moment, it's just blue. It's just this soft light blue that slowly becomes the seafoam green. And it briefly shifts into this dark hunter green and this swirl of burgundy before like it has like a bit of a pulse. And that heartbeat changes it back to this a seafoam in pink where it's supposed to be. And it feels right. And the music increases in volume and it becomes this like operatic crescendo of just voice and sound mixed with the sound of flowing water, and then it becomes rushing and heavy and deep, the sound of rain, every imaginable shape that water can take in anyone's daily life, the trauma of like the way waves crash on the ocean, the way waves crash on the beach, on the rocks, that loud booming sound, and musical notes start to fill the screen ever so slightly in the distance. You can only see them if you ever pay just the right amount of attention. That deep cut that no one quite notices, and all of like sea glass, that shimmery effect starts to take over the feeling of like when you see like the shine of a mother of pearl. And I think there's like a moment where those musical notes finally become more apparent and they surround her before eventually breaking free with another rise of tempo and another crash of the waves. And she's standing there with her mask on, that again, that bright seafoam green mixed with that beautiful sandy color you see on the beach, shells that just continue up her head mixed with all these beautiful pearls. Flowing from a ribbon of her hair is just like musical notes on this light brown ribbon. And as they move, you can hear almost a slight twinkle. You know, the rest of her slowly changes into that Sailor Scout uniform that's so familiar, except more dramatic. It's like, the Super Sailor Moon shoulders where they're really soft and airy, but they're bigger. Like they could potentially be violent, right? If they were stiffened in any way, they could take on any of more violent appearance than you would expect. And again, once again, that burgundy and hunter green attempts to take on the screen, but it again gets pushed out as the words of friends and allies are overlaid over this moment. And I think that's when, the rest of her finishes transforming. She has her skirts, she has, her slight armor, and she looks at this group and the water dies down, the sound goes silent. And I think in that moment she goes, I've made my choice, and now I'm going to make you make yours again. And I think that's when, once again, she pulls up that sign language, she touches her magical conch one more time, and that's when the water of her magic starts to flood towards Hyperion.
Woo! All right. Mika, how did your Beacon of Hope clash roll go?
So I got a 6, but I'm going to use a point from my pool to make it a 7.
Okay.
I put those dice in dice jail.
Mhm.
I brought out
Deserved.
my lemon dice for
Good.
this.
So we're on 7 for clash, but you're trying to stun them.
Yes.
Okay. What? Okay. So you go in. You're running in. You conjure up the Beacon of Hope. It hits him, and for a few moments, he freezes, looks at the Beacon of Hope, and then like shoves you away, and you just like slam into the wall, and you take 2 harm.
She does not, because I will protect.
Okay.
Protect.
I immediately jump out from the hole that I smashed through. And that is also another 7. And again, I will reduce the damage to 1, and I will take that damage.
Just like the shield appears again, and just
I slam down,
blocks from the Beacon of Hope, and it's at that point that the water rushes in. Go ahead and roll clash.
Can I use my hex?
Yes. Let's explain what that does.
Okay, so I mean, hex
So
is
some people know.
It's odd magic. Do you want me to explain just the rules of it or what it looks like?
You know what? Make the roll. You know how your moves work, and then describe what it looks like.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
I trust you. You're a veteran gamer.
Yeah, that's what they all say. No. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have a solid 8.
Nice.
An 8. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So hex on a 7 to 9, we hold 1.
Mm-hmm.
And my holds can be spent on damage, locking the target down, slow, must answer a question, force drop an item, inflict a negative condition. Do I recognize that his bow is a magical item that he can potentially recover very easily?
Yes.
Okay.
Something he can teleport back to his hand.
Yes.
I'm just going to give you that.
Gorgeous. Okay. Follow-up question. What conditions are there? Because it just says a negative condition and doesn't say a list of negative conditions.
Angry, tired. These conditions, they give you like a -1 to -2 penalty depending on the situation, similar to ones you would encounter in Monster Hearts or Masks. So if you want to lean back on a different PBTA game that has more established conditions, just to keep it easy for you, we can do that. We can port it over. Greg just wanted to make this like super simple, like Monster Hearts style. But later games have great examples. But so any condition that you've seen in a PBTA game, I can adapt.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's tough. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make it. I'm going to slow him down. I'm going to essentially I'm going to bog him with all of this emotion in this moment of just like, he's fighting his ex-wife, his sister's ex-best friend, like, and 2 more bad memories for him.
Yeah, so like I think that just like an orb of water.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
What's your character's emotion again?
My emotion is truth.
Yes. So
and trust. Excuse me.
You have like put him in a water of like a sphere of water that he's like hovering in, which is making it really difficult for him to fire his bow because he is in water, and that is what the river turns into.
And as soon as it hits him, I just like look him dead in the eyes and I just go, I will show you why Thea chose me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we're at
I want to hurt his feelings.
Like feelings hurt. Feelings.
That's my job. I want to hurt his feelings.
So, he's been slowed down, which means you have your villain on the back foot. So, my table, what would you like to do? Do you want to do a group move? Do you want to do a group touch their heart? Like, how do you want to solve this? Do you want to try words? Because I, as your MC, Demetria, will back your play.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be what the majority wants because she's connected to all of your hearts.
Yeah.
Demetria might be the one that you're protecting, but you're the moon princesses. You're the moon senshi in this story.
Yeah.
And how do our 4 moon princesses want to move forward with defeating this foe?
Yeah.
Charm?
I really want to do touch their heart. Not only because it's the thing my character wants, but it's also the thing that my character wants because she wants to restore balance, not make it worse by inflaming the situation more. But on top of that, she really, 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 really above all wants the family she used to have with Thea and her family, as well as making sure that her now best friend, Luna, has a chance at talking to the person that in the past she once loved and has a chance again. Like, yeah, there's a lot of layers to like she wants the best for everybody.
All right. What is our warrior and protector defender?
Yeah. Kill.
I'll let the warrior go first.
I think Dione is just in such a moment of like having the flashes of like fear of losing a friend a long time ago, and then the fear of being bullied in this life and the anger that comes with that fear. I think Dione is very much in the flight or fight battle. She's fight. It's to the end, and I think it's clouding her judgment and clouding that heavy emotion of like fear of losing everything again, and the anger of the betrayal of friendship from previous life.
I have something to add, but I want to hear Nick's response. Nick, you said you were deferring to the warrior, or do you have an idea?
No, I want to hear what other people are saying first before
Nick,
I.
How do you feel about the situation?
Wait, have Mika gone first?
Oh, Mika. Yeah, no, Mika wants to touch their heart. Said that he said that they wanted to do that. What about you? About Aria? Right. How's Aria feeling in this moment?
Aria will look over the scene of what has occurred, and then a memory from her past life returns to her of all of the different. It is less of any specific conversation and more a montage, and it shows Dione's accusation towards Triton about their allegiance. She sees Titania's decaying relationship with Hyperion after their marriage, and she watches all of it from the sidelines, never engaging, seeing all of the dysfunction, all of these clashes, and within her heart, she has never mentioned this to the others. Just playing in her head is just all these politics, all these choices, all these sides. And at the end, The people suffer. I'm sick of it. Keep the court out of my life. And so in all of these events, Titan always walks away. She doesn't intervene because she doesn't care. She only cares about the people. And now seeing two of her teammates wanting to touch their hearts and another one wanting to finish the job, she is going to finally speak and go, there is no cycle so long as they remain. They go down now and we end it permanently. No more cycle. There will not be any more cycle. We will make sure of it.
So, in that moment, pandemonium breaks out. I'm going to do a little bit of a green light here. More possessed people start pouring into the alleyway. Aria and Dione are overwhelmed as you immediately just start battling all of these creatures. Of the landscape starts to warp and change and become strange, like almost like a Neo-Grecian ruin, as these red-eyed possessed people start engaging all of you in battle. And as Dione and Aria are doing everything they can, they're being held back by this army, and in desperation, you see a figure in a white cloak and white armor, half his face covered in a white cloak and cowl, and just the sound of the smell of jasmine,
Ooh.
the feeling of a warm desert breeze, the sound of an oud, an ancient stringed instrument from the North Saharan region and the Iranian region. Just you hear it in the wind, and then you see in a streak of moonlight this tall, willowy, masculine figure in this white, robes and armor appear. Everything kind of dusted with silver as he whirls his moon silver blade, fencing blade, and slams it onto the ground, giving a moment of respite. And he turns to the two of you, to Mira and to Luna. And he says, I will protect the princess, and I will aid the warrior and the defender. I will buy you time. But if you cannot move Hyperion's heart, I will strike the blow. Go. And at this point, you guys have a dramatic moment to leap onto like a column in the middle of like a space realm to like confront him directly, the three of you, while the four of you, Demetria, Dione, and Aria, and the Moonlight Knight, are battling this army of possessed people. Hyperion stands there looking at the two of you. So it has come to this.
Yes.
I need you to listen.
Don't think that I can.
Listen.
And you see like red lightning bolts like come out of like his body as he like focuses more. And you recognize that this is chaos.
My wings are going to grow larger each time I say, listen. Listen. I need you to listen. You never listen. Sit back, calm down, take a deep breath, and you will listen to me and you will respect what I have to say. If you have ever loved me, if you still love me, you will listen and I will convince you to change your heart because this is not who you are. I know who you are.
Why would I do
Let
that?
me help you.
You abandoned me.
You abandoned me.
You followed the Moon Princess. You didn't tell me you weren't coming back. And it's at this point you're all swept into a flashback. You're there
Oh,
as a ghostly apparition, your character Charm.
Mhm.
And you see the two of them, and you see him say, I'll do it. I will distract Theta's army so that you can do the ritual. It is the best for us to do. And it's in that moment that, Mika, you realize that your past self and your present self are not the same. You're connected, but you made different choices. And who you were lied to him and didn't tell him that the Moon Princess's sacrifice was going to seal you all away forever. And then you come back to, and then the words are replayed, echoing at you. You abandoned me.
I did. You're right. I did. But it felt like you left me no choice. But I should have. We should have. I should have told you. Or I tried to tell you. I don't think you can really blame me. Or maybe you can, maybe you should. But now's the time to hope for a better future. We can only look forward and move forward. That's what we need right now. We can't keep living in the past.
And it's at this point, everyone's crystals start to glow with a wild inner light. Luna, your power is hope and light. Your hand reaches out to touch him, and he's enveloped in that light, and he reaches out with his own hand, and you can see chaos is trying to hold him back. And this darkness, cracklings of red lightning, and he reaches forward and he entwines his hand, his fingers with yours. I need Luna. You're leading this. I want a group check. Roll to touch their heart. But how is everyone else helping in this moment? In the story, even if you're not directly hating, you're all in positions to help. And how are you helping? I'm going to start with the person that is on the platform next to you, who has poured so much of her heart into this battle. How are you helping Hope win the day?
At first, Mira's taken by that feeling of this is not her moment. This is Luna's moment, and she needs to not interfere. But as that thought comes in, it is immediately replaced by the fighting down below, by Aria and Celia down below, Demetria and the knight, and recognizing that once again, she is being prompted with a choice. And what she stands for might actually be to the benefit of hope. And she will hesitantly go to this other column and share the space with Luna. And she will put her hand on theirs as if to like hold them both together. And she looks between them. And she doesn't have to say it, but I feel like all three of them share in this one memory of Triton very alone, watching these two have a relationship. Watching Thea do her thing, watching our Moon Princess have a relationship, and her having this moment of realization that while she carries trust and all the emotions that come with it, no one has dared to trust her with their heart. And she wants to give them a chance to do that again. It doesn't matter how she feels, but if there's anything she can help embody to hope, is potentially that trust is here too. And please, if there is any moment in which you could trust her right now, this would be the one.
Roll emotion.
Luna
Cool.
Luna places her hand on her other hand on top of the hand you put on
Stands
their
out.
hand. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Demetria's, as her crystal glows, she raises her scepter and bathes the battlefield in light. And a beautiful healing energy falls on all of the people that are possessed, and they start falling into a peaceful slumber. The camera goes over to the Moonlight Knight, who draws up his blade and at the last moment, like, pushes back an enemy that was going to harm Dione. And he says, I know that you don't need my protection, but I cannot help myself. And then
I'm out.
and then whirls his way back over to the moon, the Demetria, as this cape flies by. Dione, what would you like to do as your crystal is glowing with the light of hope in this moment? You have your principles. The fight is starting to end. There's still enemies, but how does Dione?
Oh, that's a big question. I think the hope Dione holds fear, and with that, the thunder of fear in her heart closely, because that's all she has known to be a swift harbinger of swift justice that has no feelings on what has been happening. It is cold as her steel and fast as her lightning. And I think in this moment, she pauses, and that fear begins to fade. I think whatever emotional connection is there now, she is starting to learn and understand the other side of the coin of what Mira was saying a while ago, of cutting that cycle.
You may roll physical to represent this grueling battle that you've been. You were trying to get to this villain, and it was just like so difficult, and you did everything you could to protect your friend. So that is how you may roll physical for this. And
So I think
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think in that moment of heightened emotion from everyone and hope, I think the anger fades into and gives into a faster, quicker lightning.
Yeah.
To cut through everything else, to reach her friends in order to support them that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aria, as your crystal glows with the light of hope, what are you doing in this situation to help your friends?
I think as she sees the light, she again thinks back to everything that has occurred both in her past life and her current life. In her life as Aria, she's the protector. She always takes the hit that would have hit her friends. She's the bulwark, the stabilizing force, the metal that holds them together. And she never really thought about it before until she sees this light of hope that shines into her heart. And then she compares the time that her as Arya defending all of her friends, defending all the others, Luna, Celia. Uh, I almost said Mika. That is not the
So
correct
close.
name.
So close. So close.
Mira. Yes, Mira. And then she thinks back to her past life as Titan and how she watched all of the conflict that happened between Dion with Hyperion and the name Tritania, is it?
Titania.
For
You got
Luna.
this.
Yeah, you got it. No, you
Because
got
I
it.
am
Nailed it.
because I am Titan, and then there's Titania, and then there's
Yeah,
Triton.
exactly.
I know.
Oh,
We're all
yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, she remembers seeing all of the conflicts and the pains that they go through, and remembers how her as Titan chose not to be there for them, and think that in any way made her better, as if she's above it, and regret set in, and like the fires of her anger dimmed, and she realized that she was never there for her family, and maybe that is why now in her current life she overcompensated. She had thought that she was the most stable one, but she is crumbling just like everyone else. And now she needs to make things right.
It's in this moment that the apparitions of all of your teams, and finally, the ones that were Mira's, a team of sirens, musicians, water-themed singers, they're all with you, calling out their power signs, calling out, and you hear them echoing fading memories as you pour all of your hope into convincing Hyperion to reject chaos. Make your roll, Mika.
Cool.
Everybody that's helping, make your rolls based on the stats. And those who are helping, we'll do it just the same way. Everybody. Okay. What did you roll, Mika?
15.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
No more dice. We're stopped. We're paused. We're paused. We're paused. Okay.
All right. Well,
So-
damn. Okay.
There's a moment. Actually, no. We got this. That's fantastic. Really? You've been rolling terrible all game. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the time.
I need it for this. It's like I have +2
everyone
on
roll,
emotion,
Yes.
and then like my ability beacon.
Let's see how high
like inspires people to do better. You gain +1 on all touch their heart checks.
Okay.
So
Okay. Here we go. So,
Yeah.
all right. You know what? We're going to be fair to all of our other players because y'all rolled too. So we'll start with Ian. Ian, what did you roll to help?
I rolled plus physicals for we can do this together, and I got a 13.
Okay. So a
Ooh.
13 gives you, and is it cooperative or competitive?
It's cooperative.
It's cooperative. Excellent. That would boost it up to a 16. So to our next hero, Aria, how much did you roll? Aria.
Oh,
No.
I did. For a second, my brain lagged.
I was like, I thought
There's
was
a lot of
lag
numbers.
going on. There's a lot of
They're
numbers.
big.
Yeah, I rolled for I've got your back, and I rolled a 7.
A 7.
Cool,
Excellent.
operative.
Target gets another +1. Okay, that's his 17. All right, all right, Mira, what did you get on your roll?
13.
13.
That was also a we can do this together.
Yeah, that's another. Okay, so as a team, you all got a total of 17. So this is
18,
what
I think.
No, yeah, 18.
18. Yeah.
Well,
There's a bright flash of light. You all wake up in Balboa Park in a nice kind of back area under a tree. There's a little picnic nearby. A handsome young man, 6'4", athletic, good-looking tattoos, wearing a white tank top, somewhat kind of beat-up khaki shorts, some Birkenstocks, beautiful tattoos. Has a thing where they have the tattoo on the front thigh, and you can just see just a little peek of it.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
So slutty, so hot.
Long,
Yep, mhm.
sandy blonde hair, rich olive tone skin that you can tell that there's some Mediterranean or Latino heritage there. Hazel eyes that when you look at them too long start to look like liquid gold. And his head is in Luna's lap. And you're just sort of like, and this is sort of the scene you wake up to, Luna. You're running your fingers through Hyperion's hair, in this calm moment, and he looks up at you, and he says, "I love you so much. I don't understand. I understand finally why you did what you did." They sit up, they turn around, they look at the rest of you. There's so much pain in this school, this place, this world. I thought I could use it to stop it, but the truth is, using chaos as tools to stop chaos will always, well, it doesn't always lead you down the right path. He stands up and, helps Luna up. And he looks up at the sky, and there's like a beautiful rainbow going across the grand blue sky. And he kind of holds Luna in his arms, his big muscly arms. And he says, "I'm here. We'll always be here. But this is just the beginning. Chaos has taken a hold of my sister's heart. And I was probably the only thing standing in the way to stop her. But you have my heart. You have my bow." And then at that point, the camera kind of goes up into the sky with the rainbow, and you see like the moon, like in the blue sky, and a shooting star, a slight ill omen over a beautiful, blessed moment. Theta is still out there, but we know that in the end, even though we have to fight, love, peace, hope, and understanding can win out the day. And that is a conclusion of Love and Justice, the Moon War movie.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Go team.
Yes.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you so much. Let's just, I'm just gonna do names, pronouns. Let's see everybody out. Get out of here. More streams coming. My name is Okami. My pronouns are he, him. My real name is Hector. You can find me all over the internet at KG Okami. The House of Dreams Discord the House of Dreams Twitch channel is where I'm going to start streaming my own content. I am really, really excited. You can look for updates at KG Okami on Twitter and all over. And with that, I'm going to popcorn it over to Nicky.
Yep. Hello there. I have been Nicky. He, they. You can find me all over social media as NicksNat1. That is with the number 1 at the end. And I signed up to a bunch of American and European AP, so you will see me eventually at godly hours for you all, ungodly hours for me. So it'll eventually happen. This was a blast. Enjoy playing with all of you. Got way more dramatic than I was expecting. I'm just a woman with a shield. All these emotions.
So many emotions.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna toss it over to Mika.
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. He, him. You can catch me on Roll D5 or on social on Twitter. It's Goggle Boy, like the main characters in Digimon. Got the goggles. Or Mika_Macintosh on Threads.
Down to Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian DePriest. I voice act, I do music. You can find me anywhere. If you just search that name, it's DE and then the word priest. Ian LDP on Twitter. My pronouns are he, they, and it has been a pleasure.
And
Yes.
last but certainly, definitely not least, the amazing Charm.
Oh, thank you. Hi, salutations. I'm Charm. You've been here for a fantastic, super dramatic game. Holy crap, everybody! My gosh. I go by she, they pronouns. You can catch me at Charmfoolery on all socials, including Twitch, because sometimes I stream. I am a cosplayer and I am a TTRPG content mercenary. I do it all. And again, what an amazing group. What an amazing group. I cried a little. Like, you guys are phenomenal.
You're phenomenal.
You're
Everyone's great.
phenomenal.
You're phenomenal.
Thank you all so much. Thank you to Apochromatic Unlimited. Happy Pride, everybody. And stay tuned. Keep an eye on the Twitter. There's streams, there's things, there's stuff. And I'm just gonna sing y'all out. So you got to believe in the power of love. You got to believe in the